Baseball season is officially upon us as the Mavs faced off against Dixie State in a 4-game series.
We have your highlights and more coming up on Maverick Postgame.
Well, welcome back for another episode of Maverick Postgame. I'm Joe Azar. Alongside me is Bryce Reedy, as we both look like living tomatoes after we forgot to put sunscreen on the entire weekend.
And like the sun, the CMU baseball team was white hot at Simplesio Field in their first home series of the season. After coming back from a trip to California with a 2-2 record, including a split series against the number 7 team in the nation, UC San Diego, the Mavs faced another ranked team this past weekend, except this foe was more familiar. Former conference rival Dixie State was the opponent for the first home series for CMU, and we are now going to take you over to Simplesio Field for the highlights from this 4-game series against Dixie State.
Yeah, the Mavericks, the number 4 team in the nation, Bryce, and this is a play that's going to be impressive here. This is Zach McLeod. He is the RMAC preseason player of the year, and you can see why. His defense is perfect there. Great execution there on that nice double play. Fantastic performance, but now we get to some offense.
Yeah, and right now it's the Mavericks' first opportunity for a run at home, and this one's a moonshot all the way to the video board in right field, and that's a 2-0 shot for the Mavericks as they are up early in this one.
Yeah, Reagan Todd with that 2-run blast. He made an impact early on in this game, and the Mavericks would certainly add some more runs, but here's another crucial play. This is right before they have an opportunity for a scoring position, and a good double play there by the Mavericks ensures that there is no more offensive threat for the Mavericks. And here's another play here. This is Keenan Eaton. He's the reigning RMAC player of the week, and a missed play there by the outfielder allows a couple of runs to score. There's a nice play there. Eaton again racking up the RBIs. That scores Garrett Ball, and the Mavericks cruising 3-0.
Yeah, but here the Mavericks were not done. Bottom of the third still, runners on first and third. And this one's going to be a liner in the infield, but it's going to allow the person from third to go home. Mavericks got an out, but they also got another run.
Yeah, and here we go, 4-0 now. This is the top of the fourth again. No, there's 2 outs on this play, and a nice strikeout there. That's Kyle Leahy, the preseason pitcher of the year for the conference. He was lights out today, as we're going to see here again. He's going to check to the man on first. This is top of the 5th, and you can have a nice play there. Forces a ground ball and gets the 2 outs there. Fantastic turn by the Mavericks. Zach McLeod, pretty perfect throughout the first games of the series. And then again, you want to talk about perfect, Kyle Leahy there with a nice strikeout, Bryce.
Yeah, he was dominant all game. But here, Mavericks offense, we're not done. This is with runners on all 3 bases and a nice hit right down the third base line is going to score 2 Mavericks. All of a sudden, CMU's up 6-0 on the nice double.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, a nice double there, and they weren't done. Bottom of the 6th, this one, that's a wild pitch that gets through, and that allows someone to score from third as the Mavericks continue to pile on the runs. This was definitely their most offensive-heavy game of the series, and what a way to open up the home opener. This one, a shot over, and it barely hit, doesn't go for a home run, and it hits the wall. Very nice play there. Mavericks continue to pile up the runs. That's a double there, and now we continue the offense, Bryce.
Yeah, and this is still, mind you, in the bottom of the 6th, and the Dixie State just could not get out of this. Another single up the right. It's going to score the runners from second and third, I believe. Nope, just from second, I lied. Too many runs to count in this inning. You just kind of lose track.
Yeah, you lose track. It's easy to lose track. And here's another couple of runs there. This one over to the left, and that's a grounder there. That allows a man to score. And remember, this is bases loaded, so this should allow multiple runners to score. It does 11-0. It seems like everything is going well for the Mavericks, and it continues to go. Look at this off the right field wall. The Dixie right fielder couldn't play it even off the wall. That allows multiple runs to score. And another double, another run, and this is a scary situation there. The second baseman tries to jump on the bag. He had to be taken out of the game, and the misery continues for Dixie State. They were able to get 4 runs on the board, but guess what? That's not enough. Another shot there to left field. This is going to potentially, here comes a runner on third. Here comes a throw. The throw's misplaced, not in time. 14-4. the Mavericks lead, and now 14-15, bottom of the ninth, and a swing and a miss. The Mavericks win this game 14-5, a 9-run differential, and we're going to continue on to the next series here on the scoreboard, and we see here a nice double play happen there. The Mavericks were able to take that one, and a strikeout there, good play, and another strikeout. The offense continues to roll. That's Reagan Todd, who was pitching that day for the first game in Saturday's doubleheader. This play over on right field, misplay there. That allows the Mavericks to score, and they get an early lead, but Dixie was able to tie it. Another shot here, a good double play. Dixie now all of a sudden with a double play, allowing the Mavericks to maybe have a little bit of pressure, but good news is Reagan Todd doesn't feel pressure there. A nice hit, and now the Mavericks, this one, a nice diving catch there to allow them to continue to preserve their lead. 2-1 now is the score. Reagan Todd lights out, Bryce.
Yeah, now bottom of the fifth, Dixie's going to get a chance, or Mavericks are going to get a home run here. That's Hunter Douglas, and that's going right over the wall, and that's a solo shot to increase that Maverick lead up to 2, 3-1, still in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Yeah, 3-1, bottom of the fifth. This is a very, very big game for the Mavericks. They want to win that series. They split the series against Dixie State. Good news for them is they have fantastic pitching, and good news for them is they have fantastic infield play. What a diving stop there by the third baseman to ensure that that play doesn't go any further. 3-1 now. Swing, and this one hit to left field, and that is a solo bomb there. That's a scary moment for the Mavericks there, Bryce. 3-2 now. They only have a 1-run lead, top of the sixth. And unfortunately, the pitcher there, Jake Melock, had to be taken out of the game. Chris Hanks wasn't going to risk it after that.
Yeah, and that Hunter Douglas solo shot's looking big now, but they come in for relief and they strike him out to end the inning and end the scoring chances for Dixie State. There's another strikeout there. They're getting pumped, fired. They're realizing they have a shot here with a 1-run lead. Now there's a sack bunt that fails for Dixie State. They can't even get the ball over to first, and that's a runner scores. All of a sudden, it's 4-2.
Yeah, and here again, Melock actually still in the game, and he strikes that man out. He was able to stay in there, and then A.J. Landis came in and cleaned house for the Mavericks, and then here's another shot. This is the final run of the game. A good shot there over to right field. Easy score there for Tyler Sandoval, and was able to get Dixie State was able to get the out, but they were not able to stop the run from scoring. So this is a fantastic game. And bottom of the ninth, swing and a miss, A.J. Landis. Ball in the dirt, doesn't matter. You see you later. And let's close out this game by a nice play there to Zach McLeod. Game over. We're going to take you now to the next game of the series. This is the final highlights we'll show you. And we can just basically call this a J.R. McDermott show because he just struck out everything and everyone in complete sight. There's the first strikeout of the game, top of the second. Now here we go for the Mavericks. Swing, and that one, a nice double play by McLeod. That's elementary right there, Bryce.
Yeah, the Mavericks weren't going to need a lot of offense in this one. JR with another strikeout, showing his true form from last season. And now the Mavericks getting a little bit of offense here. That is going to go all the way over to the center field. It drives in the runner from third. 1-0 Mavericks, top of the fifth. J.R. McDermott still rolling. Here's another one, top of the sixth now. And that one is a swinging high fastball, but McDermott makes it look easy against this Dixie State team in his first start at home this season.
Yeah, McDermott continuing to strike people out. And guess what? I'll take J.R. McDermott striking someone out for 200, and I got it. That's a beautiful play there, top of the sixth inning. The only play that was there was that Garrett Ball double, and they were able to get that. Now we take it to the box score. This is the final game of the series on Sunday, and CMU was able to complete the 4-game series sweep of the Trailblazers with a narrow 5-3 win on Sunday. The hero for Sunday's game, first baseman Will Dixon, whose 2-run shot was the difference. Other noticeable performances on the weekend goes to Kyle Leahy and J.R. McDermott, the two aces of Colorado Mesa, Bryce. The former gave up no runs and only 5 hits in 7 innings and struck out 5 Trailblazers in Friday's home opener. But McDermott says, I'll do you one better. McDermott struck out 7 in a 7-inning complete game shutout for the Mavs as they move on to 6-2 in the season. They're going to travel back to California this weekend to take on Cal Baptist in a 4-game series starting Friday.
Now, out of the 8 spots in the RMAC women's basketball tournament, 5 of those seeds have already been determined, meaning CMU needed a win against Black Hills State on Saturday to control their destiny and sneak into the playoffs. Unfortunately for the Lady Mavs, it was yet another shocking upset at the hands of the Yellow Jackets. Now, in the second quarter, CMU only put up 8 points to enter halftime down 27-42. That deficit would be too much for the Mavericks to overcome as the Yellow Jackets sweep the season series of the Mavericks with a 60-54 victory. Aaron Richley led the team in scoring with 17. However, the usual supporting cast had a quiet night. Jalen Duran only hit 1 of her 6 three-point attempts, ending up with a total of 5. Mata Epenisa was again contained with the Yellow Jackets defense. She shot the ball only 3 times and ended up with 7 points.
Yeah, now we take you to the RMAC standings as CMU is still holding on to that final spot in the playoffs with a 1-game lead over South Dakota School of Mines. That's the good news. With 2 games left to play, they do control their own destiny. The bad news? They have to travel to CSU Pueblo to take on the #1 team in the conference on Friday before traveling to Las Vegas, New Mexico that is, to take on the 2-18 Cowgirls. Tip-off between the 18-2 Thunderwolves and the Mavericks is scheduled for 5:30 p.m. Friday night. And now moving on, CMU softball team was gracious enough to take the week off from obliterating every team that steps in up to face them. If you need to catch up before Saturday's home opener, here's the Spark Notes. CMU won their first game of the season 25-1. You heard me correctly, 25-1. And they followed that up with a win over the #2 team in the nation. Got a couple more wins before taking out the #22 team in the nation in extra innings. 4 more wins in 2 weekends ago in Utah means that the Mavs are now 10-0 to start the season. They are home for the first time this year against Shadron on Saturday, Bryce. And now we are going to take you to the wrapping up of the show as we go to the weekly awards, starting with the play of the week brought to you by Bravo's Pizza. Let's roll the clip here. This is a big play here on Sunday's game, as we'll see here, the play of the week. And it's Will Dixon's bomb, Bryce, on Sunday. A beautiful shot there as he rounds the bases. It's a line drive, a big play on Sunday to ensure that the Mavericks were able to come away with the win here, and you can see him rounding the bases. Fantastic performance there. You can look at the bench there, completely hyped up. Will Dixon able to take this team to the next level, and he was able to have our play of the week. But now we move on to the player of the week, and it is pitcher J.R. McDermott against the #15 team in the nation. And 30 minutes after a tough comeback win over the Trailblazers, the junior was lights out. He pitched all 7 innings and worked with a 1-run lead the entire game en route to a shutout. McDermott struck out 7 batters and gave up only 2 hits. His amazing performance on the mound was a highlight in CMU's weekend sweep, and he is definitely our Maverick of the Week.
That'll do it for this week. As always, catch us next week for all the latest news and scores from the world of Colorado Mesa University sports. With Joe Azar, I'm Bryce Reedy. Have a great week, Mavs.